There's no such thing as a biblical literalist. There's just people that claim it. Because biblical literalism is not actually an interpretive device, not a functional one. It is a pretty good mind control device.
You know what I really like about these on this day things that TikTok does is I remember stressing out over whether or not to post something, whether or not it would be offensive. And this post was one of those posts. But seeing it now, it is such an obvious observation, it hardly feels like a take at all. Like the only thing it could offend is an ego. Because every person that reads the Bible, especially the people reading it seriously, clearly wrestles various texts away from their literal meanings, if for no other reason just to fit whatever purposes their other literal or even allegorical readings of other texts require them to. Just ask a literalist what God really meant by "in the day you eat of it, you will surely die." Whatever their answer is, it won't be the clear literal meaning of those words, and that's in the first couple of pages. Like, real literalism doesn't leave room for apologetics or different determinations and denominations that claim different literalist understandings. It doesn't even really leave room to discuss how the books of the Bible were composed and compiled in the first place. It can't. The way that people read and understand the Bible has and always will vary widely across time and space. It's influenced by your parents, your guardians, your heroes, your friends, their theological backgrounds, cultural contexts, personal beliefs and biases. Even within congregations, no one group or church is an interpretive monolith. However, if you convince people inside your group that whatever you're teaching is biblical literalism, then whatever you say the Bible says is what the Bible literally says. No matter the Simone Biles style floor routine you have to take to get there. And people have to come back to you, and only those that agree with you, to find and keep the truth. Because if someone else is speaking not according to the law and to the testimony as my pastor or my prophet or my professor saw it, there's no light in them, right? So the literalist perspective literally becomes God's word. And then that gets confused with this idea of spiritual discernment, and anyone else that interprets anything differently is automatically wrong. Not just about that issue, but maybe about the Bible in general, maybe about God in general, how to be saved in general. And that's a dangerous person. They could be deluded or worse, demonically influenced, so people will protect themselves from the ideas that are not within their box. Whether those ideas are technically still biblical or not, whether helpful, freeing, life-giving or not. And it's sad. An ancient people of faith went through hell constructing and preserving this complex anthology to allow its messages to resonate polyphonically across time and context, if at least how they use them is of any relevance to us. But literalism silences that resonance, mutes the harmonies and the dissonance that emanate from those layers of meaning and perspective that can only be brought out through a diverse historical, cultural, and literary eyes, actually, plural. It's not a faith, it's a front. Because we in our weakness, our arrogance and fear, sacrifice open dialogue and critical thinking on the altar of literalism for cheap, simplistic adherence to rusted out viewpoints. We bleed the text of the life that it has left in it for certainty that's built certainly on the sand. We claim this high ground while the lightest of swells erodes the foundations under our feet. It's embarrassing.